Hoff here. Happy Pie Day! So, if you guys didn't know, March 14th every year is National Pie Day. So, to celebrate Pie Day, I'm going to have a pie-thon, a pie marathon, where I make as many pies as I possibly can. So, I'm going to make a lot of pie crusts, and inshallah, my friend will come over and help me to make some pie, and then we're going to go share it with everybody else. So, first, I'm going to get myself somewhere warm because Miss Kothar does not really care that much for cold. So, but let's get all of our pie stuff and go. Okay, I found recipe cards from my grandmother's collection for all these pies I want to make. I got a bunch of flour, I got a ton of butter, and I have my water with ice in it. I measure out my flour. I just use a scale. It's a little bit faster and easier for me to do that. So, cubing up your cold butter in just little chunks like this. You're going to pulse these in the food processor until it becomes like kind of like a cornmeal. So it's not going to be not chunky, but that's not going to be like as smooth as you might think it is. So I'll show you the difference in the weight. So this is it with the butter mixed into it. So it kind of falls a little bit heavy. And then here's just plain flour. It just kind of poofs down. So this is how you want it to look before you add your water to it. I add just a pinch of vinegar in it and my ice, literally ice cubed water I add to it. And this is very quickly forms your basic dough, just like this. And you could roll it out, but it will have to be refrigerated before using it. These, I'm going to freeze them. So what I do is I didn't put them in a whole ball. I just rolled them into kind of a disc so that it could just be frozen. And then later I'm going to roll them out before I put them on the pie. And then here I'm going to roll some dough out to cut out my little shapes with cookie cutters that I'm going to use as decoration on some of the pies here. So look at them. Aren't they so cute? But yeah, I make a bunch of those. And also I do, this is like to make some designs you can put around the edges of the pie or use for lattice work. Don't know which one I like more for my apple pie. This one or this one or this one?
I feel like that's the most traditional. It has the weave.
Okay. So we'll
but that's got a weave too.
Yeah, it's got this cool crisscross.
I don't know what it'll look like when it bakes out.
Similar, just golden. So
yeah.
The indents will stand up more, and I do an egg wash over it. So yeah, this one looks like a unicorn.
Like a caterpillar. Ah.
And this one was weird. And this is just poinsettias. I don't like that one.
Poinsettias.
Poinsettia for Christmas. So this maybe.
But I'm partial to leaves and braids because I like.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna try. This one looks like a chain link. So I'm gonna do this one. Okay, so we're gonna start with the apple pie, but we need to add our lemon juice now because what the lemon juice does is acidic. So what it does is helps your apples from browning, basically, after we've peeled them. So we're gonna use the apple peeler, peel them, but we'll go ahead and like cut the lemon. We'll just cut that and use the. Oh, that's all of them. That's a lot of apples. That's perfect. Yeah. And the lemon juice will have, I'm just going to put this on top. So this is the one I'm going to use for it. It's much bigger. And I want to kind of like grease. We say grease in Southern, but it's, or butter. Just going to use the butter.
Oh, you already melted it?
I put it in the microwave to soften it because it wasn't room temperature. But basically, you're just going to do that to the whole pan.
Okay.
And I need that for 4 pans right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Like that is fine?
Just that way when I put the crust, it doesn't like get stuck. So when we go to cut it and stuff.
Is this enough or like do you need to like
get
all
the
around?
Edges, yeah.
Get the edges too, okay.
The pie crust is still frozen solid, but that's okay. We can get this prepared. So our apples, we already have the lemon juice in it. I think, how many cups of apples does that say?
Let's see. It says 5 to 7 apples.
And that was 5 to 7 apples. Okay, I'm not going to measure. Well, we had big apples and little apples, so that's why it says 5 to 7. Because if you have larger apples, you want a little bit less. So that's it. Our little bit of lemon that we added to it, and we need, where's my measuring cup? 1 cup of sugar, because it calls for 1 cup of regular and 1 cup of half a cup of regular and half a cup of brown sugar, right?
Yes.
And I cheat and I use molasses instead. So I'm just gonna do 1 cup. Even when it calls for like packed brown sugar, that's technically more sugar. It doesn't matter. I still just do it this way. Okay. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch or 2?
Cornstarch. I think it said 1.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Yeah, 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
2 teaspoons. Sorry.
Okay, 2 teaspoons.
Sorry.
Okay. Make it nice and nice. And we are going to do the optional, adding in a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. It just changes the taste and the scent, the fragrance. It's mostly fragrance, just a little bit. It hits different notes, a little different kind of spice to it. I'm not worried about this like molasses like sticking to everything funny, because it'll all blend in. That was, I don't know, maybe 2 teaspoons of molasses. Sometimes I use more. Beautiful.
Those are the apples.
That is the apples. How about them apples?
Wow.
I'm gonna put a lid on it and put it aside until our pie crust is ready. Inshallah soon.
Inshallah.
So the other ones are still so frozen, but like, can you feel the inside of like the middle of that? It's still cold, but it's not as frozen.
It's getting softer.
Yeah, and the edges are soft, so I'm just trying to flip it. Maybe I will do a floured surface in a minute. You can flour your roller.
Does that make it like easier?
It helps it to not stick to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but right now it's so cold it's not sticking. When it gets too warm, it gets too sticky. Okay, there we go. Now something's happening. Look at little pumpkin.
So cute.
That one. And her, oh my gourd. Much better.
Wow.
Yeah. And like, see how there's just that dry flour because I put too much flour when I was doing it before? That's gonna get eaten up by all the apple juices. It's gonna be great. And they eaten it up by all the people who like pie. I did bake that pie. With this long family joke, I didn't bake no pie, and I don't even know what it came from. But this time, I did bake that pie. Does that feel thin enough? Does that feel thin enough? What do you think?
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean, I've never made pie before, so I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
it does look way thinner than.
It doesn't. You don't want it super thin, because it'll fall apart. But I don't want it so like thick. Okay. This is totally not a perfect circle. It's not. It's womply. Womply. I don't know. I made that word up. Okay. So you can. Yes. Be gone. Okay.
Wow. Perfect. Looks perfect.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
Okay. Have you ever done
No.
lattice pie?
You want to show me?
So let me see. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Okay, these are good length. Okay. I have so much of this extra pie stuff.
Is good?
Yeah, so when you take your brush, it should be easy on the brush, and you'll just sloppy. Just brush it over it, and then we're gonna bake that. Let's put it on that top one there. And then we'll put a timer for like 55 minutes and see what it looks like. So instead of dark corn syrup, this is just a little water and regular sugar, and I put molasses in it. You could use like dark brown sugar or something in it. And it's bubbling. I'm trying to make it basically my syrup. Because it's hot, I have to keep taking one off the stove so it doesn't boil over. Because it's hot, it's gonna look very runny, but it's starting to get like a little bit of a thickness to it. And I'm gonna add our regular sugar to it in a second. So let me do that now. So then this is our regular cup of sugar. Gosh, the recipe calls for. It's quick. This is a tiny pan. A risk of a mess. But this is gonna make our thick base,
pretty.
and this is gonna go. I mean, this is the majority of a pecan pie, not the pecans. It's the sugar. That's why it's so sweet and it's overpowering for a lot of people. Look at bayats.
Maybe that's why I don't like pecan pie.
It's just so much sugar. It's a very sugary pie, like a brown sugar pie. Man, this is pretty much brown sugar pie right here. Just add a little more butter to it. Look at that. So that's mostly, I think, dissolved. So I'll show you how we do it with the eggs in a second. So still working on the pecan pie. The eggs are room temperature now, finally, which is good because you don't want them cold because then it's too much of a shock from like your hot to cold. I do not have a whisk, so I'm going to use a fork. Okay. You want to beat the eggs so that way they're not just like clumpy. And we add, this is our hot syrup. It's crusty. This is like what they call tempering eggs, where you just add the heated stuff slowly, so that way your eggs don't curdle and basically become scrambled eggs. We want to adjust them to the temperature slowly. So, smells so good. All right, this is about ready to go into our pie crust. So,
yeah, you want to come check out the crust, see if I.
She's crusty, but we like it.
No, I'm talking about the egg white.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? It
Nope.
just did it itself?
It was that watery.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I had to add more milk because our coconut was not like grinding up. So we're just using the blender to really pulverize, make sure our coconut's a little bit smoother. It's still gonna have like a texture of coconut, but a little smoother. So while that is going, we've already mixed our sugar and room temperature butter here. Now our eggs. So for the egg whites, I'm gonna use my mixer because this is lazy for whipping it up faster, but you have to make sure there's absolutely zero grease anywhere in the bowl or it will not work. Like even just the tiniest little like oil mark, it will not fluff up to make a meringue. So I'm going to separate the egg whites. 2 of the egg whites I'm going to leave in here, and then the last egg and the 2 yolks will go into this mixture, which will then mix with this whenever she's done beating the ever-living bejesus out of it. You just add this, let the blender do the rest of the work. This. Okay, so we have little pumpkins for our pumpkin, and we're sketching out designs on what we want the center. You said this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this, or should they face in like this?
Yeah.
The choice like that? Okay.
Yeah.
The others can just go hide. And then this is pretty. I wonder what pie we should put in here.
What's
I don't even
left?
know what I have left. Oh, I have 2 chess pies.
Yeah.
A chocolate and then like the regular chess pie. That would be really cute. And we have another pie crust that's thawing out, so we can.
This kind of looks like a sun.
Roll it. That's pretty. I think like the regular like vanilla ones should go into there.
Okay.
So these, I think we'll put them in the fridge so they stayed like firm until we're ready to use them. So I didn't get your thumbs up. Lemon meringue looks beautiful. And this, we'll see how it cooks. The coconut one, it's a little sloshy in the middle, so I'm gonna let it cool down. I have to make more meringue because that was 4 egg whites, and it was supposed to be 2 egg whites and 2 egg whites. So yeah, we definitely doing some alterations in these recipes. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in the oven, and then this one we're just gonna let it cool down and see how much it like. I think it's already setting up in the middle a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let it set in the middle and then do the meringue.
Like it's not as
magically
as it was.
But I'm gonna let it cool down more before I add the meringue because the meringue will cook pretty quick. I think this one, I think most of it because it's like a syrup, almost a lemon syrup, that will like solidify and gel almost. Here we go. This is the chess pie, as I call it, the yellow cake of pies. It's just like a basic. It's a pie. I'll just mix that. Give that spatula. Let's scrape the sides and then run it. We'll scrape the sides and then we'll run it real quick. And then pour it in the pie crust and then it'll be ready to bake. Okay, so it's still, this is a lemon. It's a little slushy, but it's gonna harden, especially the lemon part inside of it. So the crust, look, I can see from the edges maybe kind of the crust looks like it's baked enough, and then our meringue. So it'll cool and like it'll harden when it cools. Inshallah. Okay, we have to have a coffee break, and it has to be Turkish coffee. This is my favorite one I use. Turkish coffee pot on a flame. Start with cold water, and then I just use a teaspoon to measure. Because baby mama wants coffee, and it's okay to have coffee when you're pregnant. It's totally fine.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. She hasn't had coffee all day, to my knowledge.
Yeah, the other night at the mosque, everyone was attacking me. Like, are you even allowed to have coffee? Like,
and you don't stir it. The Arab coffee, you stir it. This one, you don't stir it. You let it sit down, and as it starts to heat, the sediment will go to the bottom, and it will bubble, and I take it on and off the flame. I'll show you guys in a minute. On and off the flame until all of this powdery stuff is dissolved or sunk to the bottom. And then we're going to make a big cup because my little ones are in storage, and I don't feel like unwrapping them. So this pie, she's going to take home to the fam. So she's going to make it her own special, unique creation. Mashallah. Lots of, and then I'm still working on the meringue for our coconut pie, and then this is going to be the other pumpkin pie. So we got these lemons left over. Those are going to be saved. We can dry them, and we use them in the garbage disposal for cleaning. So, and all of these, what's not left, I might freeze it for another pie. I might deep fry them and do something crazy with them. I don't know. Go crazy with it. I'd be like the Bob Ross of pies.
yes. Do it.
All right, let me go work on that meringue and the coffee. Okay, this is the coffee, how it works. It starts to bubble up like this. You have to watch it. Like it puffs up, so you take it off the heat. The puffiness goes down. Put it back in the heat. It puffs up again. Okay, coffee is good. There's a couple of little bubbles, but I'm just going to try to be careful not to pour those. In a big cup instead of cute cups. Okay, at this point, this is a lot of that sediment, and it's a little bit of liquid. I'm going to leave it there because I don't want all that in the coffee. But that's it. A perfect little Turkish, well, a big, like a double Turkish coffee right here. Okay, so these are the pies from day 1 of the Pie-thon. And I'm pretty much done. I just have to make a pie for somebody to get pied in the face. And I'm making Mississippi mud pie, which is a cake technically, but I'm making it for myself, so that will be gluten-free and vegan. But I have here pumpkin. That is a classic chess pie made with brown sugar, lemon meringue, chocolate chess pie, one of my favorite nuts, pecan, coconut, and the beautiful apple pie. So these are sitting overnight to fully set, especially the lemon meringue, and tomorrow we'll have them for our photo shoot.